Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to make an open face Philly cheesesteak, and we've got a special cheese sauce for it. See if you can guess before I tell you what it is. All right, so Costco's got this New York loin pre-sliced, ready to go. This recipe doesn't take very long, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. We've got peppers, onions, mushrooms, and of course our special cheese sauce. So let's see how we make this open face Philly cheesesteak.
Now, we really don't have rigid measurements here. We have about 3 or 4 mushrooms, 3 or 4 peppers, 1 slice of toast, got about 5 or 6 onion rings. We do have 140 grams of raw steak, and maybe about a teaspoon of butter. Whatever amount of mushrooms, onions that you want for your sandwich. Now I'm using Costco's Dave's Killer Bread. That's a seed bread, and each slice has 5 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, 25 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. And so what I try to do is when I get bread, I try to get bread that has at least, 3 or 4 grams of protein in it. That way, making sure that I'm getting my protein for the day. We have some mushrooms and some peppers. Those are some of the mini sweet peppers. Of course, we have our steak, salt and pepper, and then our secret cheese sauce. I'm not going to tell you just yet. Now we threw the onions in there. We're hitting up pretty high on heat there. Caramelize them just a little bit, but don't cook them too long. We're going to throw in our mushrooms. Now, according to Jean Pierre, who's a French and Italian chef that I've watched a lot, and I really cook a lot like he does. I've learned a lot from him. You always want to cook your, onions first. Onions are number one, he always says. And then we cook the mushrooms, and we want to get the water out of the mushrooms so they taste a little, soggy mushrooms don't taste very good. So we want to cook some of the water out of it, not too much. We don't want to make them shrivel up a little bit. We kind of want to have some good texture in the sandwich. So we've got the onions going, got the mushrooms going. We threw a little bit of salt in there on the mushrooms to kind of help bring out some of that water. Then when they're ready to go, we'll throw in the peppers. I've been looking pretty good there. Now, if I was making a sauce, I would reduce the mushrooms down a little bit more. All right, we are ready for the peppers. Now, they're not going to take very long to cook. I kind of like my peppers crunchy, so we really just give them maybe a minute or two saute there. That's looking pretty good. I could probably just eat that as it is. We're going to give it a couple of more stirs. The onions aren't really too overdone. Mushrooms are looking really good. Haven't dried out too much. And the peppers are just starting to soften up just a little bit. Oh, look at that. Okay. I think we're just about ready to put the beef in. There we go. We're going to throw it in there. We're going to turn up that heat on high so we can try to get a little searing in there. As mentioned before, this is a small pan, but it fits good in the camera. Okay, we're gonna saute that, put a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, if you want, you could have already, pre-marinated the beef with the salt and pepper, but a lot of the times we don't have, we have to make a quick meal. This really can be done in 5, 6, 7 minutes. So we didn't have time to pre-marinate the meat. We're gonna keep stirring that up. Try to get a little sear on there. All the juices are all kind of mixing together and joining. It's looking good. A couple of more stirs. Right, almost done here. We're going to bring out our plate, our good looking plate. Move our slice of toast. Now I toasted that in a little toaster just to make it a little more firmer. This is kind of a sandwich you want to eat with a fork. Well, there's that cheese sauce. Anyone can guess what kind of cheese sauce that is? Okay, now the beef is just about done. It's kind of caramelizing there. The juices are kind of forming. Now, if you want to throw a little bit of cornstarch, you can do that. Now we've got the heat off. It's all done. We're gonna add that on top of our slice of toast. And of course, I'm gonna be messy. I can never not be messy. I'll never be able to have one of those channels where the food just looks perfect. I'm always dropping a piece of meat or something somewhere. Oh, there's that piece of meat that the mushroom fell too. Ooh, that's looking good. All right, the cheese sauce. What is it? Well, it is my Greek blue cheese dressing. As I said in many other videos, I love my Greek blue cheese dressing and I put it on just about everything. And man, it really goes well with a Philly cheesesteak. Now, you could use other cheeses, an American or a provolone or some shredded, or whatever cheese you like. But we're getting the extra added protein in the Greek blue cheese dressing here. All right, it's almost done. We're going to take a look at it from a couple of angles just to see, how that looks. Ah, look at that. That cheese is just kind of melting down in the cracks, the mushrooms. I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Well, that was not only tasty, but it sure looked good too. Now, it's full of protein. It's got the secret blue cheese dressing that I show in one of my other videos, and I put that stuff on everything. We really like it in this household. Now, go to timsmenu.com, download the menu. If you see something that you like, send me a comment or maybe highlight some of the ingredients. Send me back the menu and I'll create something for it. All right. Like and subscribe if you like what you see here. We'll see you a little bit lighter and a little bit healthier.